Hello there, welcome to Coaching with Tally. We are in a series this whole week all about increasing your level of peace. When I asked you guys what you'd like coaching around, the thing that I got overwhelmingly was more peace. With everything going on in the world at this time, an increased level of peace is so needed, so desired. And so we've been bringing you every day one specific thing that you can do, that you can implement into your life right now that will increase your level of peace. So my name is Tally. I am a life and personal development coach, and I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing impact in the world that are centered in a place of joy. Really all about getting you leaders aligned to who it is that you most truly are, firing on all cylinders, looking at every area of life, and getting you into a place where you have created a life that you love living, that overflows impact into the world, where you get to make a difference for other people because of what you've created in your own life. So today we are talking about perspective. Perspective is everything. It's not so much the circumstances that go on in our life, it's our interpretation of those circumstances. It's our perspective on what it is that's going on. And I'm going to give you guys some really specific quick tips that you can do to just shift slightly your perspective on a situation, and it dramatically has the ability to lower stress, the cortisol levels. It has the ability to increase your level of peace. So talking about perspective today. So let me give you the definition of perspective. It is the capacity to view things in their true relation or relative importance. So when you're facing what looks like a mountain in your life, you can ask yourself some specific questions that can help you just gain perspective in the situation. So does someone on the planet have it worse than I do? Like, that's a way to just get yourself into like, okay, this is going on and I don't like this, or this is uncomfortable, or I feel out of control. But when I look at the grand scheme of things, here are all the things that are working, and here are all the gifts that I do have, and I could have it so much worse right now. I could have it so much worse right now. So having that perspective, just the gratitude for the things that you do have, recognizing that other people are going through things like so much harder, is very helpful for me, at least. And I think for most people. The other question you can ask yourself is, will this even actually matter to me? It feels like a really big deal, but will it actually even matter to me 5 years from now, or even 2 years from now? Or even some things next week, you know, like someone just ran into my car yesterday, and it's kind of a hassle, and like I get to deal with that. It's kind of frustrating, but I put myself in their shoes. He's a new driver. He has a brand new, beautiful Mustang that he's had for 4 days and ran it into my car. So it's like perspective, like it's a hassle to deal with, whatever. But I've been in that situation before where I was at fault when I was 16 and ran into someone. And so, you know, just the perspective on it, like how many things have happened in my life, accidents where I've gotten hit before, and it feels like such a big deal in the moment, but you know, you deal with the insurance and you get things handled and you move on. Like, I don't even think about that now. It's not even a memory in my mind, things that have been a way bigger deal. So it's just like perspective, you know, get to handle some things and deal with some phone calls and get it into a shop and like handle it. It's kind of a pain, but really in the grand scheme of things, like so not that big of a deal. And looking back on your past to look at the things that you have overcome already, huge. You know, like when you look at the things that you've handled, the things that you've gone through, you've survived every painful, challenging event in your life up to this point. And here you are, like right now, with all of the wisdom that you've gained from those things, with all of the strength, with the tools that you've got on board now because of them, just recognizing that all of the challenges in your life have actually been a gift to you in some way is another way to shift perspective just slightly, but it can be really, really significant. Wayne Dyer has a great quote that I love. He says that if you change the way that you look at things, you change the things that you look at change. If you change the way that you look at things, then the things that you look at change. So it's back to that, and I've talked about this before, but your reticular activating system, that part of your brain that filters in the things that it deems your brain like values. So your brain will help determine what are the things that really matter to you, and it will filter out the things that are not important to you and help filter in the things that it deems as important, the things that it believes that you value and want filtered in. And so when you intentionally put your perspective onto things that support your perspectives, your brain will filter in. So if you're looking for the good in things, if you're looking for how to have empathy for other people, if you're looking for the things that you're grateful for and the ways that even the challenges have served you, that when you get into a challenge, your brain's like, okay, how is this going to serve us? How is this going to be a benefit to us? It's like you begin to train your brain how to think and how to view things and how to rise above situations, so that when even really stressful things come into your life, you're like, okay, actually, this is probably going to be some kind of gift. I wonder what that's going to be. So it's really, really supportive. And looking at really amazing leaders who are doing really significant things in the world, who are making a difference, most of them, like it might be all of them, but I would say at least most of them have been through really challenging situations. So that in and of itself has helped me train my brain to go, okay, you know what? Actually, it's an advantage. When you go through hard things, that's an advantage to you becoming even more who you're called to be. That's an advantage for you getting even stronger, getting better tools, better skills, more wisdom, greater experiences to be able to really create the life that you want to live. It just brings so much in. So one thing that you can do, a little way of seeing it that's helped me a lot, is just getting this perspective where I'm zooming out on a situation. So when you're watching a movie and the camera is in a close-up and you can see the agony on someone's face and the challenge or the violence or whatever it is, sometimes it's really helpful, like in life, you're kind of zoomed in on something really, like all the negative about it. Sometimes if you can just pan out and see the bigger picture of what all is going on, it's really helpful. So if you can do that in your life in different situations that feel challenging for you, see if you can just zoom out a little bit and gain perspective on not just the moment that you're in right there, but like how it's all working for you, how this is set up within the entire scene of your life, or within this act or whatever, if you put it in movie terms. So just seeing the bigger perspective on it can be super helpful. A lot of times I'll actually do that little mental picture in my mind. Like, I'm down here in the weeds in this stressful detail, but let's just pan out and look at life right now. There are all of these other areas of life there's so many blessings in that, that are going well. Or all of these things in my life that I have overcome and that I've gotten strong because of it, that I now have all of this on board to be able to give other people. So just perspective is so, so huge. So I want to give you, for your call to action today, for your activation today, I want you to think about one thing that feels stressful for you. Like, what's the biggest stressor going on in your life right now? Is it something financial, relational, something in your health, something in your schedule? What is it that has you just kind of like, coming back to this place of like, this is frustrating, this is stressful? And what is a way that you can begin shifting your perspective, even if it's just slightly? How can you zoom out and get a bigger perspective in this area of your life? How can you look at how other people are having a greater challenge with this, or maybe have overcome this exact same thing that you're going through? Or how have you overcome similar things in the past, and how's it been a gift for you? Just pan out a little bit and see if you can gain some bigger perspective on this stressful situation, and see if you can't find a gift in it somehow. So that is my challenge for you today. We'll be back again tomorrow talking more about increasing peace, and I'm hoping to bring a guest on maybe tomorrow or the next day. I have somebody that I'm really excited to bring on, and we'll try and get the tech organized, and that'll be a fun little treat for you guys. I'm gonna check some of these real quick, especially the last one, really helpful for you. Awesome. Age certainly can change our perspective. Yes. And even this, like, I have a 15-year-old that just did the Tony Robbins challenge with me this last weekend, which was amazing having him there and totally engaged into it and taking notes and all of that. But I think even like the younger we are and the sooner we learn this, the more that we have, the more of life we have to operate in it. And absolutely having that track record where we have life to look back on and go, oh, look at all of the things that I have overcome in my life. Look at where I'm standing today, and look at all I've been through. Look at all I've gained. Look at all the perspective that I have. Look at how strong I've gotten because of it. All beautiful gifts. So enjoy the perspective. I just want to say, if you have not heard it yet today, you are so loved. You are so loved. You are a gift to this world, and just keep shining. Blessings, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern.